Now, contrary to popular belief, you don't actually need to cream butter and sugar when making chocolate chip cookies. Just swap the butter for regular old vegetable oil and proceed with all your ingredients. As long as you use a dairy-free chocolate, the resulting cookies are dairy-free and very similar to ones made with butter and other milk products. Now, you learn a lot of things the first time dad, one of which is that babies can be dairy intolerant, which means my wife cannot have dairy as she is my son's primary food source. So, using my newfound unparalleled ability to adapt, I started altering my recipes to fit her and my son's needs. Which brings us to the cookies. Let's make two different flavors. One for mommy, which is a peanut butter cookie, and one for me, which is a double chocolate chip cookie. Start by adding a half a cup neutral oil to a quarter cup brown sugar and a half a cup white sugar, and mix this together until moist. Next, add in 1 tablespoon corn syrup and have it be an egg. Eggs are not dairy. Also, if you don't have corn syrup, just don't use it. Add a quarter teaspoon baking soda, a half teaspoon salt, and 1 cup of flour. Now, once it looks like this, you are free to customize how you see fit. For peanut butter cookies, add a quarter cup of your favorite peanut butter powder. For regular cookies, add an additional quarter cup of all-purpose flour. And for double chocolate chip, add a quarter cup of your favorite cocoa powder. Mix this until almost smooth. Add in your mix-ins like peanuts for peanut butter cookies or chocolate chips for chocolate chip cookies, and make sure everything is completely incorporated. Never mind the old wives' tale of just barely combine things together and make sure there are pockets of unmixed flour in there to avoid tough cookies. It's a new day. We're gonna go forth and make cookies with boldness and make sure our batters are smooth. Now, scoop and bake your cookies as you see fit. If you want a softer cookie with less color, consider 300 or 325 Fahrenheit. Or if you want a darker cookie that's crunchier, consider a hotter temperature like 350 or 375 Fahrenheit. Let's be real, cookies aren't that complicated. So much so that if you notice, I gave the recipe in American units instead of metric ones, because you don't need precision when it comes to making cookies at home. I even use the same quarter cup measure for all dry ingredients, which, if you didn't know, actually introduces more error to a measurement as opposed to just scooping once with an appropriate measure like the 1 cup measure. The cookies still came out great, batch after batch, and I'd gladly do it again. What's important here is lessening my dish load, even if it's by one singular unit. Also, let's talk about eggs for a second, because one day while ordering brunch for my wife, I had to explain to 6 different people that eggs are not dairy. Folks, dairy refers to cows, and last time I checked, chicken eggs came from chickens. Now, I don't think this is entirely their fault because I too had the Mandela effect of remembering that little tiny food pyramid from elementary school, and I swore they put eggs in the dairy category, but it's like impossible to find that original food pyramid from the 90s. So if you can disprove my Mandela effect, please let me know down in the comments. I swear it happened. Oh, and one last thing. Yes, I know that I call for half an egg in the recipe, but honestly, it gives you a chance to make different flavors. At the end of the day, I'm going to complain about more cookies. And you can just freeze them for on-demand cookies after you scoop them. Alright, and that's the video. What do you want to see next? Do you have dairy restrictions? Let me know down in the comments. Be sure to like the video, and if you want to see more, subscribe.